Welcome, everyone, to this week's Shorty podcast episode of the What We Meant to Say podcast with Jake and Hines. Let's take a weekly look at upcoming streaming, TV, video game, and film releases, and also provide some historic references for the week ahead. Let the Shorty begin. All right, let's take a look back at things that happened prior to 2022 for the week of August 7th to August 13th, brought to us by songfacts.com. August 7th, 2012, country music legend Randy Travis is found lying naked in a road smelling of alcohol. He had previously entered a convenience store completely naked. He was booked on DWI charges.
Dang, dude.
Yeah. August 7th, 2008. The police wrap up their reunion tour at Madison Square Garden. The 151 shows finishes as the third highest grossing tour of all time. August 7th, 2005. The Showtime cable TV original series Weeds debuts, and Paul, a friend in college, gets the nickname Weeds.
August 8th, 2020. Taylor Swift becomes the first artist to debut at number 1 on both the Hot 100 and U.S. Albums chart for the album Folklore, and the single Cardigan debuts at number 1. August 8th, 1992, opening for Guns N' Roses at a show in Montreal. James Hetfield of Metallica is burned by pyrotechnics. Metallica can't continue, and Guns N' Roses cuts their set to only 15 minutes. Oh, geez. The crowd basically riots. That was not a good thing.
And the sad thing is, that is one of 30 riots caused by Axl Rose at Guns N' Roses concerts.
Yeah, no kidding. Get it together, dude. August 8th, 1988, NWA featuring Dr. Dre and Eazy-E released the gangsta rap classic Straight Outta Compton. I love that song so much. Coming straight out of Compton, crazy mother named Ice Cube from the gang called With Attitude. When I'm caught up. Yeah, I could keep going. I love that. It's so good. We might get sued by the NWA establishment. Ooh,
I think Dre's got enough money. He should be good, right?
Yeah, he probably doesn't listen to this anyway.
Shout out to the Super Bowl performance, too.
Yeah, no kidding. August 8th, 1969, my favorite band of all time, the Beatles, shoot the photo for their Abbey Road album cover at the crosswalk outside Abbey Road Studios.
What a great location.
Yeah. August 9th, 2008, in an interview with the Calgary Herald, Full House actor Dave Coulier claims that he's the subject of Alanis Morissette's 1995 song, You Oughta Know. Morissette claims that he's one of 55 that can take the credit for the song.
Girl power right there, yeah.
Yeah. August 9th, 2002, Lisa Marie Presley and Nicolas Cage marry. They divorce 4 months later. August 9th, 1995, Jerry Garcia of the Grateful Dead dies from a heart attack at the age of 53. That's so sad. August 10th, 1984, the Red Hot Chili Peppers released their self-titled debut album. And August 10th, 1963, Stevie Wonder's Fingertips Part 2 becomes the first live recording to hit number 1 in the United States.
I didn't know he was that old, to be honest with you. Awesome, though. August 11th, 2016, for the second year, President Obama releases 2 summer playlists on Spotify. August 11th, 1995, Dangerous Minds, starring Michelle Pfeiffer, debuts in theaters. Couldn't tell you a single thing about that movie, but the movie's soundtrack tops the Billboard album chart thanks to its lead single, Coolio's Gangsta's Paradise. August 11th, 1973, DJ Kool Herc plays a set with a lot of instrumental breaks that his friend MCs over, marking what many consider the beginning of hip-hop.
August 12th, 2009, Les Paul, the guitar guy, dies from pneumonia at age 94.
Do you have a Les Paul?
I do not have a Les Paul. I did at one point, but I didn't really like it, so I sold it. I saw a funny meme recently. There was a picture of Les Paul with Paul McCartney, and they're both holding Les Paul guitars, and it said, Paul and Paul playing Paul's Les Paul.
I like it.
That was good. August 12th, 1991, Metallica again releases their 5th album, the self-titled Black Album. It sells 16 million copies.
Great album. August 13th, 1973, Leonard Skinner released their debut album, literally titled, pronounced, Le Nerd Skin Nerd. Album includes Tuesday's Gone, great song. Simple Man, great song. Freebird, obviously, great song.
Do you know how Lynyrd Skynyrd got their band name? Do you know the story?
I do, but you should tell everybody that's listening.
Okay, apparently it was like a gym teacher or maybe a janitor at the school that they went to whose name was Leonard Skinner, and they just changed the spelling. That's why it's LYNYNRD instead of just like a traditional Leonard Leo. You know the story, but
Yep.
Apparently they either liked him so much or disliked him so much that they wanted to name their band after him to give him proper tribute.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. All right. Let's take a look at upcoming film, TV, video game, and streaming releases for the week of August 7th to August 13th. Starting off with Netflix. On August 7th, the series Riverdale comes out with season 6. On the 8th, Codename Emperor hits Netflix. And then August 10th, and I'm actually looking forward to this one, The Bank Robbers, The Last Great Heist comes out. It's a docuseries. It looks really good.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds cool.
Hulu on the 12th, This Fool season 1. So something new to check out. On Disney Plus, I have not watched a single thing this guy's put out for years, but on the 10th, Running Wild with Bear Grylls, The Challenge. I guess he teaches like actors and celebrities a specific skill, and then he makes them go out and actually use it.
Oh, wow. That sounds wild. Yeah.
Yeah. Amazon Prime on the 10th, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the movie comes out. I don't know. And then I was surprised by this one. On the 12th, they're doing a remake of A League of Their Own. It's been 30 years since the original A League of Their Own came out, and they're doing a remake of it. So
I heard that. Yeah, I'm curious because I really enjoyed that movie. I've watched it several times. Yeah, it's kind of a classic at this point, but that's kind of cool that they're remaking it. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how it does. It's always tough to remake a classic, like you said. That's always tricky.
Super challenging. Like if they don't do a good job on it, it just crashes and burns like comically. But if it's good, it can be money. Chef's kiss.
On HBO Max, here it is once again for the 17th season, and I think they might have finally went to the most dysfunctional franchise. Hard Knocks Detroit Lions kicks off.
Detroit, yeah. But that team, man, come on.
I watched the first 2 seasons of Hard Knocks religiously, and that's one of the years they followed the Ravens, and that was when Tony Saragusa was on there.
Yeah,
legendary. Rip, he died this past July. Yeah. On the 13th, the movie The Princess comes out. On Apple TV Plus, on the 12th, 5 Days at Memorial comes out. And then movies that were coming out this week on the 12th, Day Shift. A lot of pub about that. So, all right, here we go, Jake. What are you watching or listening to this upcoming week?
A whole lot of nothing in terms of watching. We recently finished watching 30 Rock for the umpteenth time. And there's so many shows that we want to watch, but we just haven't had the time or the motivation to start anything. So we've been, guess what? Big shocker. Rewatching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia for the, I would say, 27th time. But I think we're going to start Barry maybe next, or Veep, one of those two. And then in terms of music, I read some interesting news about a band that I really like that a lot of people really dislike. And we mentioned them before on the Shorty, but the Red Hot Chili Peppers released an album a couple months ago at this point. But apparently they recorded something like 52 songs during the recording sessions for that album, that they had so much leftover material that they felt was quality material. And so they announced they have yet another album coming out in late October this year. So that was exciting news for me. Yeah. But other than that, that's all I got.
Yeah. Well, this upcoming week, I am finishing season 3 of Succession. Great series. It is cliffhanger every episode. Love it. Yeah. It's awesome. The way they shoot it is really good.
I've heard nothing but good things about that show. I need to add that to the list.
Yeah, I would put it towards the top. Gonna finish season 3 of Barry, and I think season 3 is like the best season so far of that.
Oh, really? Okay.
I thought Barry started off kind of slow in season 1, but then once it got to 2, it picked up, and season 3 is just hilarious. It
Okay.
is so good. The plot comes together really well. And I'm actually going to finish up Veep. It's kind of like It's Always Sunny, where it's a quick 30-minute, episode every, week that you can watch. And it's blue. There's a lot of, like, if you're not into blue comedy, so to speak, it's a rough one. But Julia Louis-Dreyfus, however you say her name, she does an excellent job. And many of her co-stars actually won Emmys for what they did on the show, and I can see why. It is incredible how good but it is blue, and it's a lot of funny political things that they poke fun at.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch that show. It sounds really good, especially after you like singing its praises the last few weeks. Like I'm excited to get that one started.
Yeah, you'll enjoy it. So I'll probably have new ones for the next Shorty, because I'm finishing up some stuff and I gotta get back on to some newer stuff. So, and I'm kind of excited because I saw Cobra Kai's coming out in September.
Yes.
New season. There's a lot of Netflix that are coming out in September, because they're going to try now, which is kind of cool, that Netflix is going to move into trying to have their calendar similar to what the TV networks have, where they're putting out a lot of their new content in September. But I know Netflix listens to this podcast, and one thing I would say is don't go into the weekly releases. Dump them all at one time so we can just consume. I think that's like the best. I don't have any patience.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, that wraps it up for this Shorty episode. Enjoy all your streaming, your video games, your music, all that fun stuff for this week. We'll talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye.